Clarence Pugh recognized the accomplishments of this great man, stating, "He has made gifts not only of his financial resources, but he has also given beyond measure his time and his extraordinary talent. I suspect Adrian Shuford has no idea of the many lives he has directly touched." It could be said that every worthy civic, religious, cultural, and educational cause in his community have benefited by his commitments to charity, hard work, and dedication. Adrian Lafayette Shuford, Jr. was born in Catawba County in 1910. After his education at Cornell University and the University of North Carolina, he became associated with his lifetime career in the textile industry in 1932. During World War II, Adrian left Conover from 1943 to 1945 to serve as a lieutenant in the United States Navy. In the ensuing years, Adrian Shuford served as president of Conover Knitting and secretary of the Warlong Glove Factory, director of Regal Textile Corporation, director of Southern Hosiery Manufacturers Association, and chairman of the National Association of Hosiery Manufacturing. Adrian's favorite story as a young businessman portrays his dedication to helping not only his family, but also the families in his community during the Great Depression. In 1932, when things were bad, Dad told me to go to New York to see a buyer for J.C. Penney, whose name was Fred Bance. I found Bance in Department C of J.C. Penney. I walked in with great fear, and as I was shaking in my boots, I said, "Mr. Bance, my pa sent me here to sell you some gloves." Bance answered, "You may have arrived at the right time because we need something, a promotion to get people into our stores. We are going to sell 8-ounce gloves for 5 cents a pair, and we're not taking less. Talk to your dad and see if you can work it out." I went back to the New Yorker hotel where I was staying and phoned Dad. He said, "I sent you to New York to sell, not give away." But Dad went to work. He called Will Gaither of City Mills, who gave us a low price on material. And then he talked to Mr. Knox of Newton Knitting, who gave us a concession on thread. We sold 37,500 pairs of those gloves for 59 cents per dozen. J.C. Penney sold the same dozen for 1 cent above cost. It was a break-even for us as well as for J.C. Penney's. But we kept our doors open and our people working throughout the Depression. It was this type of commitment that helped Adrian become a leader in the business community as he served as president of Shuford Bank, director of First National Bank and First Union National Bank, and was the founder of the Jackson Buff Corporation. As for Adrian's private life, he married Dorothy Silly on June 16, 1932. Together they raised their son Adrian L. Shuford III and a daughter, Dorothy Anna Shuford. Dorothy Silly Shuford died in 1984. They were married for 52 years. Adrian loved the arts. As a patron, he supported the Metropolitan Opera and Carnegie Hall. For several years, he helped support the broadcast sermons of the late Norman Vincent Peale of Marble Collegiate Church. Adrian met the internationally acclaimed concert pianist Dorothy Lewis Griffith. A native of High Point, North Carolina, she is a former student of the Juilliard School of Music in New York City. Dorothy is accredited with numerous performances in Europe, South America, and the United States. On July 28, 1985, in a quiet ceremony, Adrian and Dorothy married. He enjoyed traveling with Dorothy as she performed in such countries as France, Italy, and China. As an amateur singer himself, he was Catawba County's fundraiser for the North Carolina School of the Arts, as well as for North Carolina Public Television. Adrian also served on the board of the Western Piedmont Symphony. Adrian's civic involvement included serving as the mayor of Conover in 1937. Also in 1937, he took a seat on the Catawba County Board of Commissioners. In the 60s, he served 2 terms as a state senator of North Carolina. As a senator, he served as a chairman on the Committee on Higher Education. In 1967, he helped spearhead the expansion of the University of North Carolina system, which remains in effect today. In 2000, former Governor Jim Hunt stated, "Senator Shuford was an exceptional leader for North Carolina and a true gentleman." Much of North Carolina's progress today in education and economics has come because of his leadership in the state Senate. In 1949, he was the first president of the Newton-Conover Rotary Club. Adrian and his father often traveled to New York City, where they would stay at the YMCA. His father had seen the benefits the Y had on the local community. Mr. Shuford dreamed that Catawba County would one day have a YMCA. Adrian fulfilled his father's dream. He founded the YMCA of Catawba Valley. He donated the property that is now the site of the Adrian L. Shuford, Jr. YMCA Conover branch and established the YMCA Endowment Fund. Adrian was an active member of Trinity United Church of Christ in Conover, where he served on all boards and committees. As a supporter at Lenoir-Rhyne College, he served on the development board and was active in various fundraising and volunteer roles. Adrian served on the Board of Trustees of the Catawba County Library. He was the second president of the former Eastern Catawba County United Way. At the Salvation Army campus in Hickory, 2 rooms are named honoring the Shufords for a contribution to the Salvation Army Homeless Shelter. Through scholarships, he personally helped fund the college education of many students, including Pauletta Pearson of Newton, the wife of Denzel Washington. In 1944, Adrian was elected to the Board of Trustees of Catawba College in Salisbury. He served as secretary and chairman from 1951 to 1977. Catawba College honored Adrian with a Doctor of Humanitarian Services degree for his outstanding leadership. Adrian was the recipient of the Outstanding Philanthropist 2000 Award from Lenoir-Rhyne College. In beautiful downtown Conover, a plaque of Adrian Shuford is displayed in his honor. The Reverend Dr. Arthur Calandro of Marble Collegiate Church in New York City wrote to Mrs. Shuford, "I have never met a more gentle, humble, or sweeter human being. He is a very dear man, truly a beautiful soul." This remarkable man, Adrian Lafayette Shuford, Jr., who had given so much to so many, was 90 years old.